always give us a certain amount of access to them. But if you consecrate them to Our Lady and give them entirely to her, now it doesn't mean you don't take care of your property and you're not the steward of it. But he said once she accepts it, Christ forbids us to touch it. This is pretty serious. So we drafted a prayer based on St. Louis Marie de Montfort's total consecration, but we narrowed it down to that, and we found that it actually wipes out about 80% of oppression if people do it consistently every day, and they're very specific about the target, that is, they're naming the thing in the prayer that the demons are oppressing. But oppression, remember, is something that God wants to draw you closer to Him. So there's personal oppression, but then there's also what's called societal oppression. This is when all of us who are trying to lead good Catholic lives, trying to lead virtuous lives, trying to be good people, have to suffer the diabolic influence in other people's lives who are doing evil things, and it's affecting us. This is drastically on the increase. This is why, I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems almost that as time goes on, there's a slow building of a heaviness in dealing with all of just the garbage that we're constantly dealing with. The next is diabolic obsession. This is when demons attack the psychological faculties, but unlike the ordinary temptation, where they attack the imagination and the emotions, they do that same thing in obsession, where they attack the imagination and the emotions, but it's so strong and powerful that the person they're practically incapable of fighting the thing off. They're incapable of dealing with it. And so what we have to tell people like that is that your job in that particular case is not to think it through. You're not going to get clarity in those moments because you're under attack. Demons do this thing called running commentary. Once they put something in your head, if you try and start reasoning with it, they keep putting other stuff in your head, and it doesn't matter what you do over the course of time, you just never climb your way out of it. So you have to stop thinking about it, and you have to fall into fight mode. You have to go after them, and you have to combat them. And there's specific things that deal with different kinds of obsession. But once they start doing